Guys, welcome back to my Factorio chill 100 times let's play, and in today's video we shall be continuing to expand our little area with our little production line we got going on down here. We do have a more potentially concerning matter, the fact that these biters are very close to being at, well, they're going to be attacking us. These ones aren't too bad, and these ones potentially. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but it does mean that the area we're building in is potentially in the fire zone. Now we have got a couple turrets up here with a little wall. Not sure how effective it would be, but it will do something. And I'm thinking we might also get some turrets down here just to protect this area. Because if they come through here and destroy that, I'm not too upset about it, because we're going to be redesigning this whole area anyway. But if we spend ages building this nice new area, then they come destroy it, not so fun. So I think for the time being, we're going to go get some more walls, and then go from there. I don't think we've got many walls. It's out of coal. Which, to be fair, isn't too much of an issue. We need to set up stone production fairly soon. But we've got a couple more things we need to build before that. How much stone you got? Okay. Wait, would you? Oh, too far away. Oopsie. There we go. I'll go grab some coal. Because I'd want to get at least a decent chunk of like walls and stuff, because then we can basically just have some defense in case it all goes badly. I did not need nowhere near that much coal. Do have, well, we got these as well. Okay, there we go. So that should be giving us enough stone, because walls aren't cheap to make. 5 stone per wall pretty much, so I don't do much with that. Make some more turrets, which we can make on us, so that's good. Because I think we still need to get a couple more things automated. Our iron production is sufficient for what we've currently got. This area doesn't need to be efficient, hence why I'm not too concerned with having a low input for it. Because once these are all set to their amount, on that, they can just make it when we need them, which won't be too often, like on like a regular thing. It'll just be every now and again we'll come down here. At least for the time being anyway. So we just need these to basically stack up after a bit. I'm just checking I did put limiters on them all, because like this one is full, which means it won't be using no more iron. So iron can stack up on it and we're good. These are going to leave full because we're going to be building pretty big, so those assemblers, they'll do. The iron will trickle down and then make things as we need. Now again, only a temporary solution. It's not going to be a permanent thing. It'll do, but it's like we could potentially... This will probably stay here. We'll just make a better one at some point. But I think first thing first, so we got inserters, we got that. Underground belts that are being made. They're going to come in handy. Don't need that many of them. Okay, we do need we might need to do pipes as well, or like underground pipes probably. Do electric mining drills, because we're going to need a lot of them. Maybe boilers and steam engines, I'm not too sure. And like basically I think we got most components done. radars, turrets, yeah. I think it's gonna be more the, like, bins as such. Perhaps are, to be fair, actually pipes we could do. Literally, we could put pipes at this end. Because they're gonna be as easy as you could have it. Give you some power, give you a little arm. What we're going to do is have you go to you, which can then go to... which will then put... which can then go into little chest. Gee, yeah, we can then put you... hang on, should have done that different. To go up, one to go down, you go in there. Then we can get both of these, because these only need they don't need much. Drag you across, long insert it into you. Not the prettiest thing ever, but don't mind too much about that. Oh wait, hang on. Forgot. There we go. Got pipes. And pipes. We're not going to use too many of these because we're going to build most of our pipes using these. Being underground is useful. Shouldn't need that many. They can stack up over time. Perfect. We do need to get some defences on this place. We've got turrets, but I would like to maybe rather than do like a wall as such. That was honestly not great. You just do like a little defence type of thing. Might not do much. Honestly, I haven't got too much of a clue, but I don't have the stone to do much right now. We got iron slowly trickling along. Right, next we're gonna need. Got them done. Pretty much everything on here we've got that we need. Electric mining drills. Now these we're gonna need a lot of. Same as turrets. Turrets aren't too difficult to make actually. They're a little bit more expensive. It's gonna be more turrets first, I think. Because mining drills I shouldn't need as... both I won't need super often, I just need them in bigger amounts. When my character gets in the way. So, for you we need a lot of iron, a lot of copper. Yeah, put them back on both the same belt again. Close can I get? Could do it pretty much touching, to be fair. Should be fine, because we're trying to save a little bit of space. Can be... we only need iron gears. That's the only like special thing we need. Turret's actually really straightforward. Like I said, we're not really doing anything special with it, just as long as it makes it. They're actually really straightforward. So all we need is a splitter. We also unlocked repair packs, which is going to be good news for us. That one lower. Oopsie. Good. You and go. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, we want you to go there. I've done you wrong. Oopsie. It's been like a day days since I built the last one and already forgotten. There we go. Let me just clean up this. And then connect some little arms. Okay, I do want you to actually go towards the end, more just so I can run. Actually, they're kind of all, yeah. So they're all relatively near each other, just for ease of access later on. Because I don't have to be going up and down through buildings to find it. Oh, it won't be an issue, it will be one later. Input. Yeah, okay, it's going to be slow before we get one, I'll say that much. As I've said, we don't need these in huge quantities. And also, as mentioned, these will filter down once they get full. So once these fill up, I will be coming in here in a lot bigger quantities. So we got that. Next we need to unlock them as well, which honestly wouldn't be a bad idea to have. Didn't know they used electronic circuits. But we might, just because pollution is a little bit of a factor. Granted, these won't kill me. I'd rather not aggravate them just yet. Don't really want to go kill them either because they're quite big areas. Check the power. Power's definitely creeping up. Fine for now. I think when we get more mining drills, that's going to be the thing that really amplifies it. So, what do we need for mining? Okay, electronic circuits and a bunch of iron. Again, we're going to do a similar thing. Can probably put this literally next to it. Should be good. I do think this system I am getting on board with quite nicely. So it should just be iron gears and electronic circuits. Electronic circuits need copper cable. What we do is do copper, iron, feed into you, which will have everything we need. You can come down the back side of it. And then go to you, which will have everything we need. So it's super straightforward. You go into you, you go into you, you go down there, you go along. Simple as you could have it. Out of arms. Which now means we need to go find some arms. Which, a wonderful little system, will be proving to be very useful. I did forget to light up the other place. A couple lights on you so we can see our stuff. Oh yeah, I wanted them arms. I did forget. So easy. Because it's nice to just be able to run along, pick up the things we need, to like handcraft stuff, which is basically all this area is. If there's anything I would be handcrafting often, we build it here. As long as it works sort of way, we don't care about anything else. It is to work, we don't need nothing else. Because I doubt I'll be building at the rate we're going to be, like, consuming. Should be fine. Get a splitter. There. Always put them too high. Low even. Okay. Oh no, hang on. What's too low? There we go. Now this design we will never use for a mega base or like a bigger production line, because it is not efficient, because there's too many outputs for one input pretty much. As long as once the lines get filled, it's not really an issue anymore. You know, iron's pretty much dry, but solve that later. Did forget about the output, but now ideally later on we will move all these to like somewhere over here to a uniformed area. But I'm not going to do that just yet because there's not any need to right now. And it will just cost extra belts and stuff. It's going to be a while before they get built, but it should work. The thing is, should and it working? Who knows? Iron is great. I mean, what we are going to do, I just want tires because I don't really want. Can't leave this side open and then get attacked and lose this area, because this area makes everywhere else easier to rebuild. But if the other side gets attacked and we lose this area, it's a lot harder to rebuild. And I mean, if we lose our stuff, it's a bit wasted, so we got that. Sure, I should rebuild steam engines, because they will come in handy. Boilers we probably won't build, because I'll probably build them. Don't need that many boilers compared to them. We need half, really, so I've got to craft a couple of boilers, that's fine. Mainly because I need stone, which we don't have near here, really. I will say I'm happy with this design. I think it should work. No, I'm really. I think we'll play some steam engines, because they're going to be, even the ones we previously built, they're already going to be like being used a lot. So, to be a bad thing. And I'm pretty sure the main issue we got is just the fact it's a producing as fast as it needs to, really. But if we had a double side, it would probably feel like this a lot better. I'm not going to be too concerned about having efficiency until we've got stuff. So, put some lights down for a visibility reason. Very good. Yeah, I think next we shall on some of the mining side of things, because this whole area, I'm not really happy with it, and we need it to be bigger. The next question is basically a more long-term solution, because we've got cliffs down there. I do think going this way, maybe down might not be a bad idea. We could even go up, which, to be fair, wouldn't be that difficult. Usually there's a lot of cliffs, which I need to look when we're going to get explosion. Oh. It'll be this and then cliff explosions. Ooh. That's... You get oil, sulfur. I've never had to make cliff explosions before. What are these made of? Ingredients: 10 explosives, 1 barrel, 1 grenade. I need to make explosives. Sulfur, water. Okay. That's a more advanced thing, but it's not an early thing we can make though. So we're gonna have to... I could go straight up there. There is a gap. There's also oil over there as well, which will be used. There's also oil down there. So we've got stuff around us. I do think going down... Might be a bad idea because that's where the coal is. You could all our coal going down into the furnaces and there is more coal on the way. So yeah, so I think we'll build this kind of going down. Which means we need to keep this bit. Question, I should really work from the bottom, might be easier. Because I want to keep this top section going into there, because that won't need a hell of a lot. But it's kind of just how to redesign it. I could maybe actually, because we're going to need a lot of this stuff, we could leave this area for the boiler, like the power, and if we can scrap this, because we don't need that. Is there anything else we could research in the meantime? Blue inserts would come in handy actually. If they're going to take, actually you won't take long. Do you keep me busy? Yeah, I think it might keep this whole area to just mainly fuel that section. And then we can build a new area. Kind of down here. Get rid of stuff, then we're going to run out of space a little bit. But it'll be easier. Because what I'm planning to do is like set out outposts at all these ore patches. And then they can generate ammo for the turrets. At least these ones can anyway. Copper ones might have a bit more issue, but... We're going to have turrets being fueled at the places. And then collection should be easy because we can have it smelting. Basically, I want all iron places in particular to be self-sufficient for turrets. So basically, I want the iron mined, smelted, and then eventually put into trains. But for the meantime, we can have a belt, which isn't ideal, but will do the job. So yeah, we might have to use this iron vein because the issue with this current area is other than here, we've got no more iron. Where's copper? I haven't got copper there, so we might have to go up here, clear them out, and then get some copper, iron even. Start with a copper patch, because this copper patch will last for all our making needs for this area. So the thing that will be slightly inconvenient is if we burn through all of these patches from like making science packs and stuff, this we'll have to reconfigure at some point, which I'd rather not have to do. Because we've got plenty of iron going in, or copper even. And then we can just expand these as we need, which we could actually do now actually. Might be a better idea. So we need more of these, which we don't currently have. Try and suck up all of this wonderful little ore. That was kind of annoying, but yeah. Because you can get rid of at some point. Yeah, because we've got plenty. I mean, I can even use that copper patch to be fair. But I think we need a bunch of mining. Did I build? Did we get another furnace? Equipment. Ooh. Once we get these, it's a bit away though. Furnaces I don't know if it's worth. What do we need? I just stone furnaces. Yeah, okay, that's fine. What we can do is we'll just craft a bunch of me now. I don't need too many, but we'll need some more. Got a single mining drill just yet. Wait. Okay, it's just gotta make iron gears first, then we'll be cooking. Again, I mean, you can kind of see where it's filled up. Because this one's now filling up once they're filled, this will, so it trickles down, so I'm not too concerned. Right, we do need, though, kind of a little bit lost what to do. But we'll get there. I think maybe expand this. Do we build, like, the question is, do I expand this red circuit? So we got that high, because we're going to need it big for a lot of these anyway. Or do we build a small green circuit? So when we unlock green, we can already have it. Projectile damage will be, we might unlock everything first. Military 2 would also be very nice, so yeah. Then we get grenades and piercing rounds. I think we might set up. The issue is green takes a lot of, like 7,500, and even to unlock that 2,000. Yeah, okay, we want to take our time, I think. So this area, I think it has an iron issue, to be fair. So I think what we might do is build a big iron smeltery place. Probably might expand this one. Coal, that's the issue. Because these, where were they? I've lost it. Have I gone blind? Oh yeah, this one. Are they the electric ones? No, they're just better ones. So, I mean, I guess we can use these for the time being, actually. Because what we could do, double it, because we're going to need it. What I should have done, actually, what I'm going to do is, how are we going to do this actually? So what I want, I'm going to quickly redesign this, is I'm going to put copper and iron onto one belt. No, coal and iron onto one belt even. And then turn this around, that kind of flow. So yeah, make it a little bit better. Which should be straightforward as that. And then for this, it will be as straightforward as getting rid of all these. Might just get rid of all of them for time and make it easier. Because if I can have this be as like simplistic as possible. I should let them sucked up the last bit of ore. Okay, you keep taking in the ore, please. And you, right. I don't really want that in my inventory again. What I can do is have you go this way now. Get rid of all this extra, essentially wasted belts. Okay, we'll suck up the ore. Not really what I want, but we'll have it. Just suck up all these. They makes you make it a lot more streamlined. Quite mean to take the pole, but okay, we'll take poles as well. Never mind. Anybody lights down this. Do is rotate you to go the correct way. Wonderful. That should essentially be the same outcome, but look a lot nicer and be expandable. Because now what I should be able to do how far this is going to go, but I remember the build. So you use, it means you'll be 7 a second, and you consume 0. That's maths my brain's not willing to do. 0.3 a second for how many furnaces? I do not remember. You can check. I forgot to look, that's not helpful. I forgot it shows at the bottom. 22 furnaces at 0.3 should give us. My brain is not willing to do off the top of my head, and I don't want to use a calculator. Either way, 24 should be half a belt. Not sure about these furnaces though. Was it 48 for half a belt for these? I can't remember. Either way, it will do. So what we're going to do instead is pretty much this copper line, because I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit inconvenient for making this look nice. I do want my base to be functioning but also looking a little bit nice. Obviously start base is going to be a little bit more accepting of it looking a little bit wonky in places, because guess what, it's got to look a little bit wonky. I do need you actually. Change you for you though. And then you can go there instead to give us a little bit extra, because then what I want to do, I think this will work how my brain says. You can see, still keep it on one side each. Perfect. Because then we can do another side of iron. Should be there, maybe? Yeah. I think we can get another line of iron. Just getting these aren't going to be ratioed perfectly, because I don't know what it is. Got this side. Is that too far away? Oh no, it's not done right. Okay, good. Now, what we're also going to do actually, should have put you up one. This is more so for the coal, because what we want to do, because coal, I mean there's more coal to go around than what we will ever need. Kind of what I want to do is have this one go there, then input another iron ore line into that. Therefore, it will travel up, but not hopefully steal all the iron. Because the last thing we want is to have this one be empty as well. We want them to have 2 full belts. Is the ideal situation for us. So at this point, I don't know why I didn't do this. Sometimes the brain doesn't think of obvious solutions. I'm pretty sure it's just a me issue, but it is very much an issue. There we go. Coal's now going in efficiently. Now what we can do is add more lines going into this. Basically each line of furnaces is going to give a line of... Each line of miners will give a line of furnaces. My brain is not functioning for this today. We try though. That can be alright there? Should be. Should give us plenty of iron. Just because of where we're kind of building, we might build this base up because copper will be a lot easier to send up. Since iron's over here, I'd rather not, like iron we're going to need a lot in the early game. And the late game obviously, but like, it's quite needed early game. Just put some of these down. can go in here. We'll connect that up and we'll be lovely. I should probably reconnect my copper line as well. Come to think about it. We might have to go down this way a little bit. And it's not in the best place where I've put it, but it does mean we can pretty much expand it. I mean, this one's only gonna, it's the only one actually gonna be going down. Because we're not gonna need too much copper in this place. Once we got this line of furnaces going into this section, this line of furnaces going into this section, so any new ones will be going up, because that's where our future buildings are going to be. It's taking a while. 40 minutes left, yeah, 81 signs per minute. It's not great, but it will be improved fairly soon. First, I've just got to place 1,000,000 inserters. I'm out of inserters. What do? We go to our little pickup place. I sort my inventory out at some point as well. And we're not building any of them yet. Yep. Inserters. We're going to need loads of them. Undergrounds are good. Lights, we are good. Just go shopping every now and again, which is quite helpful. Okay, we've got 11 turrets, 11 miners. Good. Do one of them. Because you can never have too many turrets. Yeah, all them working, so that's good. Now, where were we up to? Oh, this side, weren't we? Because until we get robots, this is what we're going to be doing a lot of the time. Which some people don't enjoy it. I personally don't mind building stuff from scratch. It's also kind of like repetitive, which my brain typically enjoys. Gets it done. I've done that already, going the wrong way. Oopsie. Power, okay. My bad, dude. Yeah, so you're now... Like, we could connect them. Which, honestly... Bad idea. Like one tile away from being attacked, pretty much. 2, potentially 3 areas. As I mentioned in previous episodes, I have not experimented too much with home biters turned on, so I'm probably going to make a few mistakes here and there. You know what, we might actually, just to give us slightly faster times, we'll connect you. I'm not sure this is the best way to connect stuff, I'll be honest, but he connects them. Just to give us a little bit more throughput into our places so they fill up quicker. And that should be all we need. Won't need to do that for copper though. Do want to do... add another to this place. Also want to fill you up as well. And get rid of you. Just temporarily so I can place these. So I don't quite know the ratio for like miners to smelters and all that stuff. Normally I go for like, my logic is put down a bunch, if it's not enough, put down more. Seems to be efficient after a while. Yeah. So that can be that line. Now we're not going to have big lines actually because this iron patch isn't very big, but we will be taking away that bit as well, so for now we're just working with the top bit we have. Pretty much we're going to leave a little gap just for some... Okay, that'll do for now. Get the idea. These can go along. Get them to connect is a great question. I have to kind of... I've done this a bit poorly. Actually going straight along there might be the best option. Like you to go this way. Again, a little bit spaghetti-esque, but I'm going to merge them together, so we should get, I think, again, I'm not quite 100% sure how our splitters work, but once this line has a good throughput in it, it should give even lines to both, maybe, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it should be enough to support it. Divine going in, everything's looking nice. Kind of excited to get attacked, I'm not gonna lie. Also terrified because it's probably a big thing I've overlooked and I'm gonna get overwhelmed and probably have to rebuild stuff. Game. I feel this game is the one game I find the best way to get better is to actually just make a bunch of mistakes. I've done bad. I remembered what your job was. There we go, okay. Not there. This is messy. I should have given myself a bit more space to put this in somewhere. Because what we need is we need you there. Can I go... I don't need to bend. Can't filter like a lane of a... Oh. To do this, but we might just have to... Can't even turn. Oh, this is bad. Ideally, move you. But there... I could just connect you. Okay. Not happy with it, but it'll do. That does solve the issue. Okay, good. So I've got two things of them. As I mentioned now, we should be making 17, okay, much better numbers. And iron is flowing. It's got too much iron in this line. Perfect. Copper should still be good. If I connected it, that would be... There we go. And like I said, this should be able to feel our little shopping area as such. So now all we need to do is probably build another one of these, which we're going to do in the same way pretty much, and then start doing red science, green science up here. So thinking for a future, like long in the future, when we get all the sciences, we might space them out a lot more than I would normally. Just so therefore we can always expand that area of science, make it bigger and basically separate them into blocks, I think the term would be. Each block has its own science it makes, and then we can expand that as and when we need to. And then we can send all the sciences into trains, which can then take it to the labs and get it all in that way. Might be the better option. Because I don't mean it's 100 times, so I think early on we can get away with having like questionable things, but as we get to say like 250,000 of all of these 30s, like we need a lot, so production rate is going to have to be quite high. I haven't got a specific number in mind. It'll probably be about 500 size per minute. Because I could picture roughly what that looks like. It could be a lot higher, but as I said, I'm not going to ratio it out too much. It's just going to be, if we're building big and we need more, we build bigger. That's the way we're going to work this. We don't really do, I do a little bit of maths, mainly for like getting a full build of something. But for the most part, we're not too concerned about that. So next we're going to need... Ooh, that's an idea. Get the coal across. I could just bring it from the bottom, couldn't I? That is an idea. I kind of just want to focus on this for now. It's definitely not really like tileable. I do feel like I could make it work. We can have this go pretty much up next to it, actually. Do only want one side of you though, that's not ideal. So if you go there, this won't be, we'll leave another line to enter. Go there. Actually, should leave it one further back. Again, this might all change at some point. You go there, you go there. This will then be the line that we need. We got the coal, got the iron. Again, I think I can do this, and that will then split it across. Obviously, we are going to have inputs on these. Don't have to worry too much about that. Currently, we're lacking input, but we're not too concerned about the input for now. To focus on output. Just having the stuff ready, so when we focus on making smelters, then focus on making miners. Ideally, we want to do it the other way around, but we don't do things the ideal way most of the time. Do I want that to go one closer? Yeah, it's a bit late for that, I think. Never mind. Like I said, this place is on the final product. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. Which is kind of the beauty of this game. Very quickly you learn it's not going to be perfect early on. Go into you. It's actually the first time I've built like single stack in furnaces. Typically I do the double thing. If I find the double is it's a lot more. Getting a full belt of iron, it is a bit difficult to expand when you're using coal. I typically go to double furnaces when I have the electric ones unlocked, just because it makes the whole thing a little bit easier, quicker, just works a lot better. I mean, we don't care too much about these being like optimal as such. Kind of wish I should make like a light blueprint, so I don't have bot shit. So it's kind of pointless. And this one's going to go up. What we're going to do is going to have both of these. We're going to build another one, have that go together, and then that one will go up with this one, and then connect. And then we can have a full line. And even like we still got. This is the thing we got to watch out for. An empty ore belt is not a good belt, so we don't want to ever see that. It's not good for us. Obviously at the moment we are seeing that because we haven't got lines. Should have probably got rid of you actually, because we're going to want to, let's get an input goes, yeah, we'll get rid of you. I need them to go up one. Would be useful. So then we're gonna have you go. confused. Yes, we've got a line going there just for visualization. Actually, we'll build you in one up. At least a rough. Which is going to occur because I'm not happy. Move you to like somewhere. As for where though, that's the question. Actually, it should be fine. We don't need to move you actually, because I don't think we're going to get enough output to it really concern us. And we'll just do this, and then do I have miners on me? No. We can get some in a minute. I think we can make it work. I don't know what I've done actually. Hang on, stupid. Up. Should be able to get 2 belts out of there so we can sort that later. Splits off all into you. So you go there. Where do I want you? So I probably want you to be like... to go there. We need coal to come back through again. This whole system is not great, I'll be honest. Okay, that's the coal. Then we need the iron. One more bag. Which can then go into there, which can then go into a joint funnel. And then we can do another line. I can do that. Again, not perfect, but it'll do for now. Obviously, going to be heavily juicing stuff, but that's good for now. Go to these trees. Can't want to get grenades, because then we just blow up all the trees. Okay, that's fine. Now we just go back down, basically the thing we've already done. This will probably be the last one we get up here, because the rest will be going down, so we should have extra space. Again, it's not the best design ever, won't lie. All it really needs to do is work enough for and green signs for the time being. Green signs, let me just check. That difficult to make. Really like. Transport belts and inserters. So red and green signs will be okay with. Only due to the fact you don't need a heavier lot. Obviously we're going to build them big, because I kind of want to get them, once we get like past this like starter base phase, we're going to build pretty big. It is going to take some time, but we got time. Connect all these. Connect all these. Actually backing up, which is wonderful. And also once these ones back up, the arm will filter into the more useful ones. But once we get a big enough input, it won't really matter. Connect you, that would have helped if I had just done a little... There you go. we got to do is fill out that line, fill out that line. We should have plenty. 2 lines of iron, which we shall then merge. So now we've got 2 lines going into our little like crafting section, we'll call it, and 2 lines going into our science area. So I want to separate them, which, because I did do in one of my previous times playing, I did have everything in one area, which wasn't bad, but it made it difficult to build new things if I was running like a lot of sciences on. Because as you go further down the line, you're using more copper, you're using more iron, you have less available. Whereas with this, it's only the ore that matters. The belt will be limited by belts as such here, which could be a factor until we get trains. And then even if we get trains, we're going to be limited by inserter speed. So, and trains are going to have to learn a lot, because we're probably going to have to do trains which come into the middle, similar to like this design. Similar loosely, I should say. And then have it so the train comes in here and then it unloads that side and that side. Because we need trains to be like snappy. I think we'll finish up this episode because we've got a line now going down and a line going up. And surprisingly, ocean hasn't spread too much. Because we've got these little lads over here. A big nest. These ones are potentially might defend the bottom of the base real quick. Because they are pretty risky. Now what we're gonna do, grab all these, which have been doing a fantastic job. Grab all these, which have also been doing great. And what else do we need? Pretty good on everything else for the time being. Do need some ammo. Gee, that'll do. Perfect. Let's just... No, that's wrong. Hang on. Let's just make you... Can I slap you anywhere little-ish? Kind of hoping you could fit in there. Actually, we could. Some more just for a convenience thing temporarily. That wrong. This side. Actually, I didn't. Take from there, I guess. Just so we can get some iron going next to where my turrets are. Iron. Ammo. My brain really is not switched on today. Boom. Just saying, when I grab turrets, I can grab a bunch of ammo, fill them up. Because we're not going to have stuff automated for that yet. Not like feeding them and stuff. Because realistically, shouldn't be having constant attacks. I don't know how often attacks are. Again, not saying I've tried. I put a couple turrets just down the bottom, because I don't know if they attack belts. I would assume they would. So I don't know which bit. Do they target the bit near it? Do they target a bit with the most pollution? Like, there's a lot of things I genuinely don't know. So we are going to find out fairly soon, most likely. And when we do, we'll be happy with what we've learned, or quite upset. We shall find out. already full. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so far, I would say it's been successful. I think what we will do, probably in the next episode, is, if everything goes as planned, is we will, yeah, the copper's in a weird place, but we're going to finish the iron stuff, because we should have enough furnaces. We might get another belt. Depends. And then we'll do a little copper one. Because all we need is probably another 2 stacks of copper furnaces. And then we can send them up. And then from that we can start making a bunch of red signs. And then once we got that bin made, get rid of all of this. Which isn't, it takes up a lot of space, it's not efficient, it's kind of messy looking. And I mean, we could build this a lot better. So that is our current plan. And yeah, hopefully it'll all go well. I'll quickly place these down, otherwise I will forget. And also be interesting to see which we can actually get from it. Not a huge amount of ore here really, so I mean this patch will be depleted, like 2.3 million is a reasonable amount. I think I'll be surprised if it lasts past green, to be fair. 12 coal. That's not the biggest concern ever, but it is a small concern. Coal as well. What would do for the time being? Kind of like do this, I guess. The only one that matters is the boiler, which should have. Yeah, that's got a strong supply, well good. I forgot it was that side, I thought it was that one actually. Compared to the small copper bit we got going on over there. Because the fact that these coppers and this iron is powering all this. Say all this, not that much is it, so we can build a lot bigger. I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. I hope you've all enjoyed. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.